Crocodiles have lived on this planet for over 200 million years. They're the top predators in many of the world's warmer waterways, yet today a quarter of all species are under threat. One of the most endangered is the Siamese crocodile. These rare reptiles live in the lush, dense forests of the Cardamom Mountains in Cambodia. This is one of the largest remaining wilderness areas in Southeast Asia. The jungles here are the water source of some of the region's major rivers. These rivers support fisheries and rice fields vital to the Cambodian people. The crocodiles are an essential part of this freshwater world. Siamese crocodiles were hunted to the point they were declared extinct. Although they've been rediscovered, their future still hangs in the balance.
Now, the closest Radio 1 DJ Edith Bowman has ever come to Roughing It was in a tent at Glastonbury. So how did she get on in the remote jungles of Cambodia?
Edith travelled 6,000 miles to begin her mission.
It's a dream to be here in Cambodia, and I'm on the trail of some very rare crocodiles. I've come here to the famous temples of Angkor Wat to find out what the crocodiles mean to the people.
This is probably the most breathtaking place I have ever been in my life. I've seen pictures of it, I've seen it in Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie running through it with her guns, but nothing really prepares you for what you see when you walk round the corner and there's something to mesmerise you instantly.
The walls are covered in carvings of crocodiles. They must be important. To me, crocodiles are frightening. All teeth and scales, the stuff of nightmares. I'm already a little bit nervous about seeing them up close. But in the carvings, they don't look that scary. It's almost as if they're revered.
Spending the day here at the temples, kind of finding out what the murals are actually saying. It's completely different to how we see it. We see the crocodile as this man-eating beast, but it's very much treated with respect here.
It seems odd crocodiles have become endangered here when they were so highly thought of. So what's gone wrong? The Cambodia I can see is vibrant, colourful and friendly. But this country's been through turbulent times. Decades of fighting and an oppressive regime led to the death of over a fifth of the population. In these desperate times, people struggled to make ends meet and wildlife also suffered. Siamese crocodiles were hunted to the brink of extinction. With the country getting back on its feet, people are helping their wildlife again. Jenny Daltrey leads the Siamese Crocodile project run by Fauna and Flora International and the Cambodian government. She's going to show me why crocs are still in trouble.
So this is a crocodile farm.
This is a farm, yeah. I mean, normally...
I had no idea that people farmed crocodiles. Doesn't look like any farm I've been to.
Oh my God! There's hundreds of them.
You're going to see more crocs in the next 10 minutes than occur in the wild in Cambodia.
How many are still in the wild?
It's hard to say. I mean, at the most 250 adults, and perhaps a lot fewer than that.
Can't be right.
This is what it's all about.
A couple of skins being prepared. Siamese crocs, one of the downfall is that they have, among crocodiles, one of the softest skins.
Yeah.
They don't have too much bone in their skin. So they're very highly prized for the leather industry.
Yeah.
Most crocs here will end up as designer handbags, belts and shoes.
Some of these animals can be worth more than £1,000, which is more than most Cambodians could dream of earning in maybe 5 years or 6 years.
This farm is legal, but with a price on their heads, there's temptation to poach crocs straight from the wild.
So why can't we just release some of these into the wild?
Well, unfortunately, we don't know for sure which of these animals, these beauties around here, are Siamese crocodiles. Some of these could well be hybrids.
They're so prehistoric looking, like today's dinosaurs. It's awful to see them living like this.
Do you think people don't care about Crocs because they look, you know, on first impressions, frightening?
It's true, and it's sad, really. I mean, it's almost like a sort of prejudice against these animals because they haven't got fur.
Yeah, they're not cuddly.
They're not cuddly, no. And a lot more endangered than most of the sort of well-known, famous endangered species.
In Cambodia, there's over 1,000 crocodile farms. No one knows how many crocodiles held there were stolen from the wild. Because no one can tell if they're purebred, they have no future outside the farms. Tomorrow, I'm heading into the jungle to see how we can help the few wild Siamese crocs that are left. I'm flying into a vast wilderness, the Cardamom Mountains. It's so dead. If you can imagine when you're in a supermarket and you buy a sprig of broccoli, how close-knit those sprigs of broccoli are. That's what this jungle has been like for the last 30 minutes. It's so beautiful. I've never even seen a jungle like this, let alone stayed in one. It's not a bad way to start a day's work. A helicopter ride into the jungle. This is where it all gets interesting. Can you hear that? No idea what it is. We need to get to the camp where Jenny's team are based. It's quite a trip. With the help of our drivers, we cross the rugged terrain by bike and sometimes on foot. On the way, we pass people who live in these forests. Here, everyone's dependent on the water and jungle around them. Finally, we board a boat. As we travel deeper into the jungle, I realise how much wildlife I can see and hear all around us. It's a stunning place, and until a few years ago, no outsiders had been here. It was a lost world, and Jenny led the first expedition.
It's very remote, very inaccessible. As you've seen, it's not easy to get in here.
When did you discover the Siamese crocodile was still here?
I started hearing some reports of possibly crocodiles in the mountains, and I had this slight inkling that there may be Siamese crocodiles still here. And it was in the year 2000 that I came to this place and really made a concerted effort to look for them, and was very lucky to catch a glimpse of them and confirm that they really were Siamese crocodiles. And that was really exciting. It was like discovering a unicorn or something. I mean, now, really in the last few decades, the numbers of Siamese crocodiles has just plummeted. The poachers have been coming, but they haven't taken all of them yet. At the moment, we're on a bit of a cusp here that things can kind of go either way. I'm encouraged because the local communities who live here are just so keen to keep the crocodiles. And they're our allies. They're the ones who are wanting, they think it's right to keep them here and preserve them.
The people here are central to the project's plan to save the crocodiles. We're calling into a village to meet the Crocs' neighbours.
I can't imagine turning up to any town in the middle of the UK and getting a reception like this and playing keepy-ups with the locals. We're on a roll. Oh! What a brilliant and gorgeous place, and just the most welcoming, lovely, lovely people who are very contained within their own environment.
The people here have a vested interest in the crocodiles. The crocodiles dig out pools that villagers use in the dry season. They also keep the balance. They eat large predatory fish, leaving the smaller, tastier ones for the villagers. Here, crocodiles mean healthy rivers full of fish, so they're worth protecting.